Am I audible to all? Everyone attended the class? Is everyone here? Let me know very quickly. Let me know very quickly. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Everything's fine. How are you all? Okay, Pranavi, good morning. Thank you, Pranavi, for confirming. Yakshit, good morning. Jaswant Sai, thank you. Okay, Advita. Tanav, okay, fine, thank you. I'm also good. Good morning, Chanakya. Okay, good morning. Good morning, Vipro. Good morning, Sanchita. Good morning, Shristha. Good morning, Suchit. Good morning, Yakshit. Satvik, good morning. Anandita, I'm fine. How are you? Dheeraj, good morning. Ma'am, are acid and base there for test? No, there are no acid and base for test. I told you whatever I have covered in the class and whatever the questions we have covered in the class through worksheets, only such type of questions you can expect. Okay, fine. Pardhav, okay. Niranjan Srinivas, good morning. Arush, good morning. Kirtan, very good morning. Ma'am, is there corrosion in the test? No, corrosion because we haven't studied till now, we haven't covered it till now, so it is not in the test. Okay. Shrikar, good morning. Good morning, Harshini Reddy. Anvesha, good morning. Good morning, Nihal. Good morning. Ma'am, are these questions there in KEC material? No, obviously. It will be same pattern, same difficulty level, but obviously question will be different. Not the similar question as in the KEC material. But yes, whatever we have covered in class, whatever we have covered till now as a syllabus, that only is your syllabus for the Saturday exam. Is there test? Yes, there is test. MCQ test will be there. 2 hours test will be there. Okay. After that, after the 2 hours test, I think from 8:30 to 10:30 your test is there, or maybe 9 to 11. This soon will tell you. 8:30 to 10:30 the test will there, and from 11 we are having the what a quick session of answers there where we will discuss the answers. So after your exam, from 11 to 1, we will have a quick solution session where we'll be each and every faculty within very quick sessions within 20 to 30 minutes, they'll be telling you the solution of all the questions. Fine. Ananya, good morning. Kaushik, good morning. Shikhar, ma'am, what happens if we can't attend the test on 25? You should attend, you must attend. Okay, a test is in the morning only, and I don't think so. In the morning, you have any um, work. First of all, second, the test is not on Sunday; it is on Saturday. So you should consider it like a class time only and write your exam. So please, everyone, don't miss your exam. Try to write exam. This is your first exam. You do not have to worry. It will be really very easy and very scoring. Okay? So you all must attend the exam. You all must attend the exam. Harsha, good morning. Is it mandatory to attend the test? Again, I am requesting you all to attend the test, right? So, yes, we will note down the attendance and we will note down the students' name who are attending the test and who are not attending the test. So, you must attend the test, right? Akshara, good morning. Ritvira, good morning. Sanhit, good morning. Vindhya, good morning. Good morning, Sanmukha. Jairam, good morning. Ma'am, how many questions? Uh, I guess 15 questions in chemistry, biology, physics, and I guess more questions, 20 or 25 questions in maths. Ma'am, you will give marks? No, there will be all the technical team who will be seeing your answers and giving you marks, right? Ma'am, for how many marks? There is a technical things. You only have to choose the correct answer. You will get the marks. Ma'am, how for how many marks is the test for? I guess 200 something, 280 around. There is a test. Ratan, good morning. Ma'am, on 25th April school start. 25th, no, not 25th. 25th is Saturday. 26th is Sunday. 27th, the school will start in the form of summer camp. Okay. Exam will be online. Oh, Kalyan, Saturday you have a birthday. Very nice. In advance, I'll wish you a very happy birthday. God bless you. Ram Kalyan. Okay. So let's start the class. If you remember, I told you what was there in the Saturday exam. First of all, we are on the chapter physical and chemical changes. So most of you have already studied this chapter, but still I told you that we are going to see this chapter through a different view. And I hope I was successful to do so, right everyone? So we are on the last point of this chapter where we are have to cover the last, what we say? Topic of the Saturday exam syllabus, right everyone? So what was the first topic we have covered? We talk about the changes. Then we talk about the periodic changes. We talk about the slow and fast changes, and we talk about the reversible and irreversible changes. After that, we started with the physical change first. Then we talk about the definition of physical changes. Second, we talk about the classification of physical changes, that how you can identify that it is a physical change. So with the help of characteristics, so you can identify that it is a physical change. Secondly, we did that. Third, we have seen the real life examples, daily life examples on which we can see the physical changes, right? So that we have done after that, and with some examples. Then we have done the entire worksheet containing 10 questions from easy to hard medium. Understood everyone? Then we started with the chemical changes. We started the chemical changes with the simple reaction followed by its definition. Then I told you after reaction and definition, we have started how you will identify a chemical change. You will identify a chemical change through its characteristics, right? So we gone through the characteristics of chemical changes. Then after going through the characteristics of chemical changes, again we went the real life, daily life examples of chemical change, in which day to day life you can see the chemical change. We have gone through such examples, and then the normal examples of the chemical changes we have moved on with. Then we have done the entire 10 questions worksheet. Again, that worksheet contained from hard, easy to hard questions, right everyone? Okay, so this much we have done, and in the last session we done entire worksheet only. That is on the I guess Tuesday. Tuesday was the last class, right everyone? So on Tuesday we have done the entire worksheet on the chemical changes, and I told you this was the syllabus, and the last topic of your syllabus is comparison between physical and chemical changes. So today's and tomorrow session, like I guess we are having class today also and tomorrow also, these two sessions are going to be look very familiar to you, because all these things what we are going to cover today and tomorrow, we have already gone through these concepts, right everyone? So today and tomorrow session will be very easy for us. So if I talk about physical changes and chemical changes, comparative study. So these are some of the comparison points. Let's talk what is the first point. Okay everyone, let's start the class. So first of all, we are having these changes takes place only in the state, texture, color, electrical magnetic properties or solubility. Have you ever heard about this? Yes. On the first class of chemical change, we already covered these things, that what are the physical changes. Physical changes which show the changes. We show the changes in look wise. Look wise means texture, in which when you are touching it, so texture is smooth, texture is glidey, texture is rough, texture is or we can say like different texture you can identify by touching different things. Second, if I talk about color, how it is appearance, like in appearance what's the color is. Second, electrical or magnetical properties. Electrical properties means whether it can conduct electricity or not. Magnetic properties means magnetism or not, right? Solubility, etc. However, molecular property composition do not change. So I told you, if you want to differentiate between physical and chemical properties, if you want to differentiate between physical and chemical property, only the one term is mandatory, that is composition. Composition not changes, physical change, composition changing, chemical change. So if composition is not changing, then what is changing in a physical change? Because there is a word change. Change means something is changing. So in a physical change, if composition is not changing, then what is changing? Only the appearance. By touching, maybe the texture is changing, maybe the color is changing, maybe the odor sometime also change, and maybe what we can say, size also can change, shape also can change. So all these things is changing, then it is a physical change. Composition remains same. Composition remains same. Going towards the chemical change. This change takes place in the state, texture, color, electrical or magnetical properties along with the change in molecular properties. Now please listen me very carefully. Is it so that texture change, shape change, size change and color change cannot happen in chemical change? No, it can definitely happen in chemical change. I never said that appearance cannot be changed in chemical change. Appearance can also be changed in chemical change, but the most important thing is composition will also change. So what I am saying, appearance, texture, shape, size, color, magnetism, electrical property, all can change in physical as well as chemical property. All can change in physical as well as chemical property. Please listen me very carefully. It doesn't mean that texture, color, size, shape cannot change in physical chemical property. So texture, shape, color, size, all these things can change in both the changes. Physical changes may be a change हो सकते हैं, chemical changes may be हो सकते हैं. Do you understood that? Then what is the difference? I told you the entire difference based on one thing. In physical change, composition do not change. In chemical change, composition will definitely change. And if composition is definitely changing, properties are also changing. Properties are also changing. Am I clear or not? Am I clear or not? Any doubt in the first difference? Any doubt in the first difference? Uh, Sakam Sinduri, I don't know that what you are having in the what summer camp, but yes, activities are also there, sports activities are also there, but I am not sure what are the sports there. I'm very sorry, that all is known by the management team. Ma'am, how much time we will get to do the exam? Approximately 2 hours you will get. An exam will not be difficult. Screen is perfectly fine because in front of me there are two screens going on and I am looking perfectly fine. So please, Hashrita, look at once, check your network. Ma'am, so is rubbing an iron bar a magnetic or physical change? It is only a magnetic physical change because when you are rubbing a iron rod, when you are rubbing the iron rod, you are just charging the electrons, protons, just charging the charges present in it, right? So you are not changing the iron to anything else. Iron will remain iron only. And if you are rubbing anything with it, sandpaper or whatever you are rubbing against it, it is only charging it. It is not changing the composition. It is only charging. So it is, there is a magnetic difference. So that is only a physical change. Till the time composition is not changing, it is not different. So did you understood the first? Tanvi Sri, there's so many of the time why you ask repeated question again and again. I told you so many of the time what we are covered till here. Till here, what is this topic? This topic is the comparative study of physical and chemical change. Till here is exam syllabus. Okay, comparative study of physical and chemical change. Till here, only to this slides. There is, this is the exam syllabus. Tanushri, ma'am, sorry to say, but ma'am, your screen is blur. Is my screen is blur? Let me know, everyone, please. Is my screen is blur? Yes, Gautam, I can see your message. Okay, you saw me in YouTube. Yes, you can see me in YouTube. There are so many videos from the resonance where you can see me. Sanvi, yes, no, no. Everyone is saying no. There is, the screen is perfectly fine. Everyone is saying no, fine. So please check. Most of you, 80% are saying screens are good. Screen is good. I can see. Okay, thank you so much. Ma'am, the question will come from the book or they will give their own questions. What is own question? What is bookish question? Please don't get whatever the question is present in book, the pattern, the difficulty, everything, the concept will be same only. If if you know what is physical and chemical property, so no matter they are giving you question from anywhere, the concept will remain same. Concept will not change, right? So it doesn't matter from where the question is coming. And don't worry about the question. Not blur. Okay, ma'am. So we stay the night in school during summer camp? No, no, no. Only in the mornings. Only in the mornings. Okay, ma'am, is dusting of iron a chemical change? Yes, dusting of iron is definitely a chemical change reaction. Okay. Uh, Anandita, okay. Test, I don't know how many marks. I guess 200 or 280 something about. Screen is not blur. Okay, thank you. Vardhav, exam is on Saturday. Exam is on this Saturday, 25th. Is today last day? No, tomorrow is last day. Friday is last day. Friday is last day. Ma'am, what is the portion for exam? Can you please tell? Again, the same question. I'll tell you so many of the time. Um, Today what we are covering in tomorrow. So today I am telling you the comparative study. Tomorrow we are doing some question on it. So up till this only the exam syllabus. When I started the class, I properly told what is the syllabus. Physical change, definition, characteristic, real life example, chemical change, characteristics, definition, real life example, and the comparative study. This is your syllabus. Hi there. Do you know if they will be giving us own questions or once we studied or already answered this? Already answered this. Ma'am, can you repeat this again if you don't mind? Yes, exactly. Ma'am, how much time will be given for completing the exam? Again, I'm saying 2 hours. Please don't ask me a repeated question. I've already told you all these questions. Please just tell me, did you understood the first point or not? Just tell me, did you understood the first point or not? Did you understood the first point or not? Anshul, how many questions are there in test? Already answered. I already told this in so many times in the today's class. Boiling of egg is a chemical change. Boiling of egg is a chemical change because when egg is boiled, so there are so many bonds which are broken. There are so many bonds which are broken so that the when you see the entire that yellow yolk has become hardened, so there so many bond changes had occurred. Okay, so boiling of egg is a chemical change. Okay. Some are saying understood. Some are saying explain again. Please listen me very carefully. Now stop writing the unnecessary doubts when the exam is there, online, offline, how many question, how many marks. Everything will be uh, everything will be informed to you by the management team. Don't ask these questions in the class. Let's stick to chapters only. And I told you the entire thing about the exam. Now, if you are not listening, that's your part. That's your problem. Okay. Just stick to the part only. Just stick to the question only. What's facility available or not? That is not my part to inform you. That is the management part to inform you, right? Online, offline, everything I have been told to you. How much time given for the completing? Already given the answer. You sure what you are not quite sure? What dress we will? How I know what dress you have to wear for summer camp? Ma'am, is the exam online or written? Exam will be online only. MCQ time. Yes, bending of spoon is a physical change. Yes, residential can also join the summer camp. Boiling of egg is irreversible. No, yes, boiling of egg is irreversible, obviously. Okay, so the first point what I said, some of you are told to explain it again. Please listen me very carefully. What is first point? First point says that texture, shape, size, magnetism, electrical property can be changed in both the changes. Physical change also and chemical change also. Please ध्यान से सुनिए. Please look at here. Stop writing the messages. Stop writing the doubts. If you are listening me properly, you will definitely have no doubt. Please at least listen me properly. So what is the first point? First point is saying that texture, shape, size, color, electrical properties, magnetic properties can change in both the changes. Physical change also and chemical change also. Can you see this? The change take place only in the state, texture, color, electrical, magnetic property, but not composition. Composition should not change. Composition should not change physical change. And it will change occurring in state, texture, color, electrical and magnetic property with what? With change in molecular property. Molecular property means composition. With change in composition. So if changes occur without changing the composition, physical change. Change occur with changing the composition. So chemical change. I hope every one of you understood now. So what I am saying is state change. Shape change, size change, and then magnetism change, electrical change, color change, all these changes can occur in both the changes, physical as well as chemical. The only difference in physical change, when all these changes are occur, composition will remain same. And in chemical change, when all these changes are occurring, composition also changes. Composition also changes. So basically composition not changing, physical change. Composition changing, chemical change. Right everyone? Second point, the specific property of a substance remain unaltered after the physical change. What is the meaning of unaltered? Unaltered means do not change. Unaltered means it will not change. So what I am saying, the specific properties. Suppose water, whatever the properties the water is containing, the water properties will remain the same if you are converting them into ice, if you are converting them into a steam. So some specific property will remain same, right everyone? Similarly, what is the chemical change? Now here, because the composition is changing, I told you property is also changing. Composition changing, property is also changing. So if property is changing, the specific property of substance change completely. Change completely. So what was the first point? First point was no matter if the state changing, color changing, size changing, composition remains same. Chemical change say if color changing, state changing, everything is changing, composition should also change. Now from with this only we have a second point. What is the second point? Second point saying if composition is not changing, then properties will remain unaltered. That is property should not change. Properties should remain unaltered. That is property should not change. And what is chemical change saying? That if composition is changing, property should also change. So properties change completely. Properties change completely after the chemical change. Properties change completely after a chemical change. Are you understanding the point? Yes or no? No new substances form. Obviously, because composition is not changing, so new substances not forming. If I talk about chemical change, always new substance or substances. Can you see in a bracket I have written S? In a bracket written. So one substance or more than one substance are possible when you are doing a chemical change. What is the meaning of bracket S? Bracket S means can be possible. So there is a possibility that only one new product form and there is a possibility that more than one new products are formed. Right everyone? So always new substances is or are formed. It means one bana to is, zyada bane to are. Right? So always new substances is or are formed. Correct everyone? So hope you understand these first point. Composition not changing, physical change. Composition changing, chemical change. Properties unaltered, physical change. Properties completely change, chemical change. New product does not form, physical change. New product or product form, chemical change. Am I clear or not with this? Am I clear or not with this? Tanushri, why like that, ma'am? What means, what you are asking? What like that? Why I guess irreversible? Because bonds have been changed. Bond have been changed, so it is not possible to again go back to the initial stage. Ma'am, we should stay there at night or not? I don't know. In summer camp, I guess it is morning only. Ma'am, how many marks for each question? I don't know. Right now, I guess 4 or 5 marks. Summer camp timing, again, I don't know. Please don't ask me the irrelevant questions. Only ask me the question related to the chapter. Now I will not be answering any of the summer camp or these questions. Same questions you ask to all the faculties. What you are thinking, we all faculties met each other, we talked to each other, and we know that same questions in the every class we ask to every faculty. I don't know why. When one thing is already repeated to you, summer camp details are already sent to you. Those who are joining summer camp, all the details are already sent to you. There is so many Instagram. There is an Instagram channel in which summer camp videos are going on. All the details are there only. Still, you have to ask this question in the class. Why? Then I will think you want to just waste the class timing, right? Forming a word is a chemical change. Yes, we have already done this question in the class as well. First 3 points understood. Yes, only MCQs will come in the exam. Last I will be telling this, I will not tell again and again. Only MCQs are coming in the exam. Only MCQs exam will be online. You have to just choose the correct answer out of A, B, C, D. That's all. You have to choose the correct answer out of A, B, C, D. And then after giving the entire exam, you just submit it and that's it. It is not a pen paper exam, it is a computer exam. It is your mobile laptop, whatever you are using to giving your exam. No. Puneet Krishna. When iron is added to blue colored copper sulfate, it turns into green color. It is a chemical change because copper sulfate converted into ferrous sulfate when iron is added to it because iron is more reactive than copper. So iron replaces copper from its solution. When CuSO4 met with iron, it gives you FeSO4. Okay, so basically earlier because it was CuSO4, so it was blue color. Now it has converted into FeSO4, so it is green color. So can you see the entire composition has changed? Earlier it was CuSO4, now it is FeSO4. So composition change, properties change, color change. Hence it is a chemical change. Composition change means chemical change. Composition change means chemical change. Acid-base salts were earlier in KEC classes, but because KEC classes went very slowly, because online you were also having many issues in understanding. So we all faculties went very slow, so you understand better. And we did the quiz also, and we did the uh, in the physics and chemistry, everything went very slow. That's why we were only able to cover some part of the chapter. Otherwise, yes, we were trying to complete the acid and base, but now it is not completed. It is completed in the school portion. Everything. What we are covering right now also will covering in the school portion as well. In school, you are starting from zero only from ABCD. What you have covered here also that again is going to copy on the school because obviously new admissions are there. Again, the admissions are going on in the school, and new children must be joining you in the school. So everything will be started from zero at the school timing. What kind of experience? I will with you all. Oh, that video you see me, oh, saw me. Okay, okay. Ma'am, I have doubt. If there are, that's a chemical change. Everything is a chemical change. So, Diksha, everything is a chemical change, whatever you are asking in a question. Do protons have energy? Everything in this world have energy. Either living thing or non-living thing, everything has energy. One or another type of energy. Because if particle is existing, particles have energy. Particle is existing, particles have energy. Everything, living thing, non-living thing, no matter, everything has energy. Yes, Mahidar, I can see your message. I will also miss these classes. My teaching experience was very fine because all of you are very interactive. You give, you ask nice questions, you give very nice answers as well. When chemical changes, sound or explosion may be produced or not. So the answer is yes, it is possible. Yes, in most of the chemical changes, sounds produce. In most of them, it is not necessary that sound will produce, but yes, it can produce. So it depends upon the reaction. So it is not necessary that every time the sound will produce during a chemical change, but yes, in so many reactions we have seen the sound have produced during a chemical change. Different types of sound, popping sound and other sound. Okay. Ma'am, means why only composition do not change, ma'am, in physical change? Because physical change means the compound is not changing. Compound is not changing means composition remains same. Physical change only harm its like shape, size, other thing. It does not change the entire substance. It is not changing the entire substance, hence composition remains same. Hence composition remain same. Yes, it is mandatory to balance the reaction. Yes, neutralization is a chemical reaction. Burning of gold. Gold does not burn so easily. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. I hope these 3 points are clear to everyone. Right? What was the first point? Composition do not change. Physical change. Composition changes. Chemical change. Properties do not change. Physical change. Properties changes. Chemical change. And what? What was the last point? No new product are from physical change. New product are from chemical change. Going to the next 3 points. What was the fourth point? There is no change in weight if a substance undergo physical change. Yes. Why? Because composition remains same. If composition remains same, then weight is also not changing. Like if I am having the 100 gram glass, you know, na, like mirror, something like that. So if I'm having the weight of that glass is, let's say, 100 gram. If I just break it, if I break the glass, although its shape, its pieces have increases. First of all, I was having a one rectangular glass of 100 gram. I just broke it down. When I broke it down, I have the small pieces of glass. Earlier it was 100 gram. After broken also it was 100 gram only. Only the shape and size are changing. Earlier it was glass. Later it was only the glass. Earlier it was glass. After breaking it was also glass only. Only the shape and size, all these things have changed. And it is an irreversible change because I cannot make it into the initial glass. I cannot make it into the one proper rectangular glass. So it is a physical change. It is a physical change. There is always a change in apparent weight. Apparent weight. Now see how proper the term has written. These are the terms what you have to catch during studying all these things. What it is saying? There is always a change in apparent weight. So if you remember, I have told you the proper properties. What is the meaning of apparent weight? Apparent weight means, suppose I am having H2O2. Under high temperature and pressure, it is giving me H2O. Hydrogen and oxygen under high temperature and pressure is giving me H2O. So if I look at here, what is the mass of 2 hydrogen? 2 gram. What is the mass of 2 oxygen? 32 gram. Sorry. Correct. 32 gram. So this is the mass, right? This is the change of the mass. And if I look at the mass here, it is 18 gram. So can you see the apparent mass is changing? There is a change in mass. This is the reactants H2NO2 2 gram, 32 gram, and here it is 18 gram. So there is a change in apparent mass. So mass is looking like change. But I always told you that you have to balance the reaction. Balancing of reaction is very important. So if I start balancing the reaction here, if I start balancing the reaction here, the reaction will look something like this. If I start changing the reaction here, a little bit wrong I have did here. Okay, now the reaction is balanced. 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. Reaction is balanced. After doing the reaction, after balancing the reaction, earlier H2 was 2 gram. So 2 H2 will be, oh, Okay, so 2H2 will be 4 gram. 2H2 will be 4 gram. And 2H2O, 18. 1H2O was 18, so 2H2 will be 18 into 2, that is 36 gram. If you look at 32 plus 4, 32 plus 4, 36 grams. So can you see after balancing, the all over weight will become same. After balancing, the all over weight will become same. 36, 36 gram. Law of conservation of mass. If you didn't understood it, no problem. If you didn't understood it, no problem. I'm just telling you that initially you will see that okay, the mass is changing, but if you do the balancing of the reaction, the total mass of reactant and product will be same. So if chemical change is occurring, apparent mass will occur. Apparent change in mass will occur. But if you look at the total mass, both the side, again it will be same. So law of conservation will be followed by both the things. But physical change where there is no matter. In physical change, there is no possibility that mass will change in any criteria. But in chemical change, suppose one thing is producing more than one thing, so individual mass will be changing. Individual mass will be changing. Hope you understood the fourth point, and I told you the fourth point very properly while telling you the burning of sugar. If you remember, burning of sugar was giving us carbon and water. So I properly explained this, the apparent changing in mass in that class, right? In that area. Going to the fifth point. What's the fifth point saying? There may be no net absorption or release of energy. There will be no, I told you, when there is a physical change, energy change is not there. The net energy change will be zero. Whatever the change, whatever the energy you are giving to do a change, if you put out that energy, the change will reverse back. So there will be no net absorption or release of energy such as heat or light. So most of the physical change. So of the physical change, heat energy or you can say electrical energy, such type of energies are not required. Such type of energies are not required during chemical change. So during a chemical change, no net absorption or consumption of energy is there. ना ही energy देना पड़ता है, ना ही energy release होता है. But if I talk about chemical change, the energy release and absorption is continuously and definitely going on. So any chemical change occur with the energy change. Any chemical change occur with the chemical change. There is always, what it is written here, always, there is always a net absorption or release of energy during a chemical change. So what is the meaning of net here? Net means total. It is possible that first you are giving energy and the reaction is also taking out energy. So reaction is absorbing energy as well as releasing energy. It is possible. So you have to talk about the net total energy change. So total energy change is zero. Always is not possible. Net energy change in chemical energy. Net energy change in chemical change. In chemical change, there will always be some energy used or released. In chemical change, there will always be some energy used or released, which is not a case of physical change, which is not a change of physical change. So what was the first difference in physical and chemical property? First difference in physical and chemical property is about composition. Composition is not changing physical change. Composition changing chemical change. Second difference, we talk on the basis of properties. Properties do not changing physical change. Properties changing chemical change. The third point we cover. The third point we cover on the basis of the products. No new products are forming physical change. New products or products are forming chemical change. Right, everyone? Then the fourth point we talk on the basis of weight. If we talk about weight, there is no criteria of changing weight in physical changes. If I talk about chemical change, apparent weight changing, like individual weight is changing. If I talk about fifth point is all about energy. So if I talk about the physical change, no net change in energy. No net change in energy, physical change. Net change in energy, chemical change. If total energy is changing, definitely it is a chemical change. If total energy is not changing, it can be physical change. It can be physical change. Okay, not always possible, but yes, can be physical change. Okay, coming to the sixth point. Coming to the sixth point, it is a temporary change and is usually reversed by removing the cause of change. So again, I told you But this point is 70 to 90% correct. 70 to 90% correct. I told you in chemistry, nothing is 100% applicable. What we learn, what we study is only the 70 to 80% of the generalization. So what is the general concept? Generally, what happen in physical changes? Generally, what happen in physical changes? You can reverse the chemical change. You can reverse the chemical change. So chemical change are mostly usually reversible, right? So it is a temporary change and it usually reversed by removing the cause of change. So suppose, what can I give you the example as to reverse by the physical change? Like suppose there was an ice cube. I given the heat, sometimes the heat is already absorbed by the atmosphere. Alright, everyone? So suppose there was an ice, I given heat converted into water. Now what I will do? From water, I will took out heat. Listen very carefully. During ice, what I did? Ice, I given heat and converted into water. Now water, if I take out heat, then how we will take out heat? With the help of refrigerator, freezers, all these things have a phenomena of what removing the heat energy. So basically on putting in the refrigerator, they are picking out the heat energy. So suppose I put out the heat energy, what will happen? If I put out the heat energy, what will happen? Again, it will converted into the ice. Again, it will converted into ice. So what it is saying? It is a temporary change. Mostly the physical change is temporary change. Temporary change means you are going through the change. Again, you can come back to an initial stage and is usually reversed. How it can be reversed? By removing the cause of change. So whatever you are providing to change, whatever you are providing to change, if you remove that cause of change, again the physical change will be altered. Okay. Generally, it is a permanent change. Generally, if I talk about the chemical change generally, again I'm saying generally, not 100%. So generally, can you see me on screen? Hi. Okay, I think, okay, okay. Now you can see me, right? You can hear me as well. Yes, okay, sorry. Very sorry, the network went in between. Ma'am, please clear my doubt. We know that in physical change there is no release of light or heat energy, but switching on bulb is a physical change. There is a release of light. See, when I am talking about switching of bulb, very good question, Rohan. When I am talking about switching off light, so first earlier the bulb was not glowing, later on the bulb was glowing. But if I talk about the technique of glowing a bulb, that is a different change. That is, you can see that is an electrical change, chemical change, somewhat is happening there. If I talk about the technique of glowing the bulb, but if I'm just looking at the bulb, earlier if I'm looking at the switched off bulb, I'm looking at the switched off bulb, it is not glowing. After switching on the bulb, it start glowing. So not glowing and glowing. Only the appearance I'm talking about. Appearance is a physical change. But if I go through the technique, how the technique, what is the technique behind switching on or glowing of bulb? That is a chemical change. Did you understood that? So basically, if I'm looking at the bulb, appearance of the bulb, that is a physical change. Otherwise, the technique behind it, yes, that contains some of the chemical change. Right? Yes, Shahasra, I can see your message. Can you give an example of reversible chemical change? There are so many examples of reversible chemical changes, but right now it may be a little bit difficult. But do you remember the first class I told you the lime water and CO2 example? Lime water plus CO2, that is also a reversible example. Lime water plus CO2 giving us the calcium hydroxide, COH whole twice plus CO2. So whatever the product you was getting, that is also a reversible example, right? Reversible chemical reaction. The technique is entirely different. The bulb, how the bulb is glow. I think that ma'am has covered, right? Physics mein. Yes, Vihar Raju, I can see your message. Okay. So we are done with the comparison of physical and chemical changes. We are done with the comparison of physical and chemical changes. Tomorrow we are going to do worksheet. Tomorrow we are going to solve worksheet. Yes, it is a chemical change. Nishwit side. Yes, now today's class is over. There is some problem with the network also. So I'm binding up today's class. Comparison is done and I told you very properly the comparison. Let's see you tomorrow everyone. Bye for today. Bye everyone.
So we done with this concept. Yes or no? We done with this all the concept, that is how to find the cube root of any number, or we can say how to check this number is perfect cube or not. How to check any number is perfect cube or not. So there is two method beta. There is two method. First method, successive subtraction. First method, successive subtraction, and the method 2 is this method beta, with checking the unit place, removing the last three digits and checking the remaining digits. Okay now? Okay. So let's take one or two problem to find the cube root, check the number is perfect cube or not. After that, we will go to the worksheet problem. Okay. I'm taking some problem, so some question. Before this, do some question. Find the, or check 91125 is perfect cube of any number or not. अच्छा, homework 6128487. 6128487. This is a question. 612 6128487. Yes. Okay, beta. So first of all, beta, we will check this one, 911 Anyone tell me? Yes, someone is telling 45. Someone is telling 45. Anyone else? Yes, all people are telling 45. Okay, good, beta, good. So if you start thinking this question, we have to check beta, which number, which number, when we cubing this number, when you multiplying this number three times, means cubing the number, we will get the unit place as a 5. So number is what? 5. So according to this, we decided that unit place of number is 5. Okay. After that, removing the last three digits. Removing the last three digits. Harshit Reddy, I am seeing your message, yaar. Let's call 911. क्या होता है 911 पे भाई? ओके, सो लास्ट थ्री डिजिट, रिमूव लास्ट थ्री डिजिट्स. पुलिस. व्हाई यू कॉलिंग पुलिस रे? सर सी माई मैसेज. अरे आई एम सीइंग योर मैसेज बिकॉज ऑफ द नंबर. सर पोर्शन स्क्वायर एंड स्क्वायर रूट एंड रैशनल नंबर टू अरेस्ट हिम. होम बेटा. A square and a square root and cube rational number. Okay. Yes, this is 183. Okay. Does a square root come in the exam? Yes. A square root come in the exam. Are seeing, I am seeing your message. Dixit. Okay, let's study something. Otherwise, complete class will cover by only reading the message. So 91 beta, any number whose cube is less than equals to 91. Any number whose cube is less than equals to 91. So when you take number 4, 4 का cube 64 and 5 का cube is 125. It means number lying between these two numbers. So any number whose cube is less than equals to 91, then that number is what beta? 4. So it's 44. So it's 44. Good. Now come to the question number next one. This one. So first of all, last digit beta 7. If last digit is 7, so tell me the number whose cube is end with 7. When you cubing this number, then that unit place is 7. What is that number? Tell me the number whose cube is end with the digit 3. Yes, yes, 3, 3. So it's 3. It's beta 3. Okay. Now, when you're doing the 3 ka cube, it's become what? 27, which unit place is what? 7. Okay. Now, remove this last 3 digits. Removing the last 3 digits. Okay. Now, observe the first digit. Observe the first digit. Digit is what beta? 6. First digit is 6. Now tell me any number whose cube is less than equals to 6. Whose cube is less than equals to 6. Means what? Number is 1. Number is 1. Means now if you see beta, number start with 108, 103 to last number 183. So last number 183, uh, it will go from this number to this number. Okay, and we have to find the cube of this number. Largest number is oh, चला गया. We miss the slide. Okay. Don't worry. We will write the next again. We will write the question again. Don't worry. 6128 612 8487. So beta according to last digits 3 will come. Remove the last 3 digits. Okay now we can check. Now we can check any number whose cube is less than equals to 612, whose cube is less than equals to 6128, 6128. Tell me the number. It's 18. Yes. Any number whose cube is less than equals to 18. Any number whose cube is less than equals to 18. Sorry, 6128 is what beta? 18. अगर 18 का क्यूब, what is the cube of 18 beta? It's 5832. And if I am telling that so what is cube of 19? So it is 6859. So this number is less than this number. This number is also less than this number. So which number will come beta? 18 directly. Don't make it complicated, okay? Don't make it complicated. So that's it. 18 and last digit is 3. So it's 183 ka cube. 183 का क्यूब इक्वल्स टू 6128487. ठीक है ना? Now it's clear ना? Yes, very easy. Understood. Okay. Now all of you take the screenshot. Worksheet 1, 3, please. Explain again. Worksheet 1, question number 3. Someone are asking. Okay. Again listen. Those who not understand, again listen beta. Last digit 7 to any number whose cube end with the digit 7, that is 3. That is 3. Now remove the 3 digits, last 3 digits. So remaining is what? 6128. Now any number whose cube is less than equals to 6128. So when you're doing 18 a cube, it's 5832. It means what? This number is less than 6128. It means 18 is the number. Okay, and someone asking here, let's see the first of all, take the screenshot first. Take a screenshot first. Okay, done. So, worksheet 1, question number 3. Who is asking this question? Tell me who is asking this question? Me, Vipro Datta. Why beta? What's problem with this question? बेटा हाउ टू फाइंड द लास्ट डिजिट्स 1 का क्यूब 1 2 का क्यूब एंड विथ 8 3 का एंड विथ 7 वी हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस ऑल द थिंग्स ओके नाउ लिसन फर्स्ट a student was asked to multiply a number 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 instead he divided the number by 3 by 2 the obtained number is smaller by 2 by 3 so let us assume that number is x and according to me I am telling the student to multiply the number by 3 by 2 so according to me it's 3 by 2 that is 3 by 2x according to me it's 3 by 2x okay but what he did beta he divided so x divided by 3 by 2 that is what 2 by 2x by 3 2x by 3 okay now and now according to question the obtained number is smaller by 2 by 3 obtained number is this one now so this number is smaller than this number by 2 by 3 so when we adding 2 by 3 to this number it's become same when we adding 2 by 3 to this number it's become same to this number so this number equals to 2 by 2x by 3 plus 2 by 3 now after that beta just taking LCM on left side so 3 2x plus 2 cross multiply so 3 into 3 3 into 3x and 2 into 2x plus 2 okay So it is 9x and that equals to 4x plus 4. Okay. So simplify beta 4x minus 9x minus 4x equals to 4. That is 5x equals to 4 and x equals to 4 by 5. That's it. 4 by 5. Okay. Now it's clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now, Shikhar, you have also problem in this question. Shikhar, I'm asking Shikhar. Srikar, not Shikhar. This question understood or not? I'm explaining this question now. Now it's understood now. But this is a method, this is a way to solve this question. That's it. Nothing is more simple than this one. Okay. So just read. You can just read and try to understand. Okay. Chalo. Moving to the next. Coming to our next our topic. So we done with this all the problems. So moving next, beta. The next question is the next question is this one. If n is perfect cube, then every prime factor of n occurs. If n is perfect cube, then every prime factor of n occurs what? Let us suppose any number 8. 8 is perfect cube, yes or no? So it's become multiple of what? Prime number 2 into 2 into 2. If we talk about uh, any number, so in this case, 2 coming how many times? 3 times. Means prime number will come in 3 times. Prime number will come 3 times. Okay. So take the screenshot. Take the screenshot fast, beta. Beta, we are doing worksheet of QB. This is worksheet of cube. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Cube of cube root of this number. Cube root of this number. Find the cube root of this number fast. Means check this is a perfect cube of what number? Which number? When you cubing this number, it will come 10648. Yes, 22, 22, 22. Yes, yes. I want answer beta from all of you. Fast. Yes. Yes. I already explained how to check the number is cube of any number or not. So in same way, check this number is cube root of which number. If you finding the cube root of this number, then which number will come? It's 22. Okay, so if you're not able to understand, again try to understand. Okay, now I'm just explaining for those people who not understand how to find the cube root. Okay, so 10648. Now tell me which number whose cube is end with the 8. That is 2. That is 2. Now remove last 3 digits. Last 3 digits. Now tell me any number whose cube is less than 10. Any number whose cube is less than 10. That number is what? 2. That is 2 ka cube 8 and 3 का cube 27. So which number beta? 2. It's 2. So 22 means cube root of sorry, cube root of number 10648 is 22. Clear hai? Clear or not clear? If you understand, just type 100% in the box, chat box. If you understand, it's clear, write 100% in the chat box. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Now moving to the next problem, next question. So before moving, just take the screenshot. Syllabus beta, rational number and square in the square root. Take the screenshot. Now coming to the next question. Next question beta, the cube of a number ending in 3, ending in 3. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Only 2 chapters. Good, good, good. Yes. Hey, who is telling 9, Ray? Who is telling 9? Yes, 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 yes. Good, good, good. Okay, 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 okay. Stop, stop. Are we already know now? Coming to this slide, discuss this one. Look at the unit place. 0 का cube, 0. 1 का cube, 1. 4 का cube, end with 4. 5 का cube, end with 5. 6 का cube, end with 6. And 9 का cube, end with 9. In case of 2, end with 8. And in case of 3, end with 7. If you remember this point, all the points, it's very easy. So, so now this question done now. Yes. So which question? Which option, beta? 7. Now come. First of all, take the screenshot, beta. All of you take the screenshot. Yes, Advaita. It's 7. Hey, who is telling 3? Right now you have confusion in this question. Any confusion? Okay. Now moving to the next. Before that, come to this question. This question, beta, all of you try to solve this question. In this question, it's telling that if 169 equals to b square plus 25, find the value of b. The following steps are involve solving the above problem. Arrange them in the sequence order from first to last. From first to last. तो करो भाई. Okay. So when you see this, all the steps, first step, third step, and second step. So which one is the first step, beta? B. Yes. If 169 equals to b square plus 25, so first of all we will do what? We will set b square on another side. So b square equals to 165, 169 minus 25. Means this is the first step according to the equations. When you going to solve this question, the first step is we have to take it b. After that, 169 minus 25 beta, it's 144. So after that, we will go to this steps. Step number 2. Okay. Now, if you getting b square equals to 144, after that, if b equals to what? Plus minus a square root of 144. And what is the square root of 144 beta? What is the square root of 144? Yes, 12. So it's plus minus 12. So this is the last step, that is third step. So first step B, then B, फिर A, फिर C. Means which option beta? Which option is correct? Option A. B, A, C. Yes, correct one. So all of you write this. Take the screenshot, or you can also write in your copy. Do it fast. Okay. Okay. Now moving to the next. Now I'm coming to the next question. That is this question. Measurement chapter 1. Okay. Yes. 1 is the correct answer. Yes, yes. So if n leaves remainder 1 when divided by 2, then n cube leaves remainder what when again divided by 2. Okay. So n means odd number. When odd number is divided by 2, leaves remainder 1. So let us suppose any number 5. When dividing by 2, it leave remainder what? 1. Now 5 ka cube beta 125. When again divided by 2, it's leave remainder 1. It's leave remainder what? 1. It's remainder. Yes or no? So which option? अरे आंसर आ गया क्या? Okay, that's why you people are answering fast. Okay, So understood? If it is clear, write CLR in the chat box. If this both the question are clear, write CLR in the chat box. Classes चल रहा है. Okay. So now move to the next question. This question done. Okay. The next question is this one. Now tell me. Area of a square plot is 6561 meter square. Find the length of the diagonal of the square plot. Means we have to find the diagonal of a square. The following steps are involved in solving the above problem. Arrange them in the sequential order. Sequential order. Okay. Means we have to find the sequential order if the area is given. Okay. So if area is given, means x square is given, x square equals to 6561 given. 6561 given, then what is x beta? So after that x equals to what? A square root of 6561. A square root of 6561, that is nothing but 81. So from area we got the side of the square. Side of the square. So from this to C A D B. हाँ ठीक है. So when you see the order beta, the first one let us assume that let the side of a square is x. These are first steps. If side of a square is x, if side of a square is x, then area of plot given, that is x square equals to 6561. After that, if x square equals to this, then what is the x? X is the square root of 6561, that is 81. That is 81. After the length of the square is what? Root 2 times x. That is root 2 times x is nothing but 81 root 2. This is the last steps. So according to this, C A D B. C A D B is the correct sequential order in which we are finding the diagonal of the square. This is the correct order in which we are finding diagonal of the square. Okay. Okay, good. CADB is the correct order, option C. So I think this is clear to everyone. If this is clear to everyone, once write clear in chat box. This is clear to everyone, write clear in chat box. Yes. Okay. Okay, beta. Okay, okay. Good. Now moving to the next. Before that, you all take the screenshot. Okay. You all take the screenshot. Okay. Now moving to the question number next. Coming to this question, a spherical ball, the volume of a spherical ball is given, whose formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube, where V is the volume and R is the radius. Find the diameter of the sphere whose volume is what? Find the diameter of a sphere whose volume is given 117,128 by 21 मीटर क्यूब. ओके, इतना मीटर क्यूब. So anyone tell me the answer? They are asking radius. Radius नहीं, diameter. So listen, all of you. One, a sphere is there whose radius is, let us suppose, r. Okay, and volume is given, beta. How much? 117,128 divided by 21. And the formula of volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube equals to 117,128 divided by 21. So before solving the this question, first of all tell me what is the value of pi? What is the value of pi? I just want to know. If people are know this the value of pi or not, just tell me. Yes, so 22 by 7, 3.14. Yes, yes, yes. So we will take fraction value, that is 4 by 3, 22 by 7 into r cube equals to 117,128 divided by 21. So when you simplify beta, so what is r cube? So r cube is nothing but 1171 28 divided by 21, and 7 and 3 will go in numerator right hand side. So 3 into 7, yeah. 3 into 7 upon 4 into 22 will come in denominator beta. Okay, now see 7 3, 7 into 3 21, 21 cancel. Now again beta, just try to cancel this term by 4. So when you cancelling this term by 4, we will get what? When you cancelling this term by 4, we will get 117128 divided by 4. When you dividing this term by 4, we will get 29282. 29282. Now again divide this complete term with 22. With 22. So when you dividing this term by 22, we will get what beta? 1331. 1331. So what is R cube beta? 1331. So what is R? What is R? Tell me fast. Find the cube root of R. Cube root of 1331. Yes, 11. Means we can also write r is nothing but cube root of 1331, and cube root of 1331 is nothing but 11. So we getting what? R equals to 11. R equals to 11. But according to question, they are asking diameter. They are asking diameter. So diameter is 2 times radius. So 2 into 11, that is 22 meter. So this is a final answer. So what is diameter beta? It's 22. It's 22. Okay. So once you can take the screenshot, or you can also ask your doubts if anybody have. Okay. Am I clear to everyone? Yes or no? Transposing of R cube. Okay, but I will explain. Don't worry. If it is clear to everyone, just write clear in chat box. If it is clear to everyone, just write clear in chat box. Okay. Some people have no doubts and some people have some doubts. Okay, now. So I will explain this question again, and you all people just try to understand this question. Okay, now this is good question. So just you all try to understand this question again. I think in next time you all people are clear with this question. Okay. So listen, beta. According to questions, volume of a sphere is given, that is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. And the volume of the sphere is given how much? 117128 divided by 21. Means volume is given this one, and the volume formula is given 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is equals to this. Okay, now after that I am substituting the value of pi 22 by 7. 22 by 7. Now after that I am just transposing this all the term 4 by 3 and 22 by 7 on right hand sides. So 7 and 3 will come numerator and 4 and 22 come in the denominator. Okay. After that, when you try to cancel this 3 into 7, 21 cancel. Now this term is cancelled by 4, so we get what? 29281. Again divide by 22, so we will get what? 1331. 1331. Okay. After that, so R cube equals to what? 1331. R cube equals to 1331. Okay. So what is R? So R is nothing but cube root of 1331. And what is the value of cube root of 1331? Cube root of 1331 is what, beta? It's 11. So R is 11. According to question, they are asking diameter. So diameter is nothing but twice the radius. Twice the radius means 2 times 11, that is 22. That is 12. Okay. So now it is clear to everyone. If it is clear to everyone, just write the chat box clear. Right? In chat box, it is clear or not clear? Yes. Now you all people are clear with this problem. Okay, good. Very clear, sir. Okay. Now I'm coming to the. So before that, take the screenshot. Before going to the next question, first of all, take the screenshot. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Come to this question. Yes. Next beta, any four digit number 5A, 3B, where A greater than B, such that A and A equals to B cube, then the difference of number and its cube root is what? Difference of the number and its cube is what? So, question try to understand beta. If four digit number 5A, 3B, where A greater than B, it's given that A is equals to B cube, A equals to B cube, then the difference of the number and its cube root is what? Difference of number with cube root of this is what? So listen, any number 5A, 3B. So we can substitute beta A as a 8 and 3 as a 2, or we can also write 5. Acha, nahi, only one possibility, that is 5832. A is cube of B, means when you're doing B cube, 2 ka cube 8. So now we're getting number 5832. Okay, now find the root of cube root. So what is cube root of this beta? So last digit beta 2. So according to this 8, according to this 8, and last digit cancel. Any number whose cube is less than equals to 5, so it's 1, so it's simple 1. Okay, so the cube root of number 5832 is 18. Now they are asking difference of the number and cube roots. Number is what beta? 5832, and the its cube root is what? 18. Then what is the value? 14. 5814. 5814. Option D. Yes. So according to this, today class is completed. Maths class done. Okay. Yes, Krishna. Okay, understood. So we will see in the next class. That's all for today. Okay. Next class will after 10 minutes. Okay, now. So best.
Yes, Trishika. Good morning, Mahit. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Janvi. Fine. So, in the last class, what we learned? Anyone who would like to discuss what we have learned in the last class? I'm good. I'm good. How are you all? Studied well for the exams? Studied well for the exams? Yes, yes. I can see the messages. Just want any doubt you can ask. Okay. Yes, I can see your messages. You can put your messages, your doubts into the chat box. No problem with that part. That is one thing. And the second thing now, you have to tell me what we have learnt in the last class. In the last class, yes, up till today's class, whatever we will complete today, that means till pollination, it will be there in your exams. Okay, so that is one thing. Now the second thing, you all tell me what we have discussed. That is my question. You all remember or you don't remember? Okay, we have discussed about the structure of flower. Correct? What were the structure of flower? What we have discussed? So it is having what? Four layers, correct? Four holes are present. What it is? Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Am I right? Am I right, everyone? Am I right? Portion for the exam till today, whatever we will complete. Till today, whatever we will complete, that will come in your exam. That means up till pollination. Okay? Up to pollination is in your exam. Exam will start by 8:30, will be there till 10:30, something. Other than that, for biology, there will be about 15 questions. No negative marking. Okay, fine everyone. Any other doubt? Any other doubt or is it clear? Fine, good, fine. Now I'm thinking it is fine. GV Sri, sign. Portion of the exam clear? Okay, get back to the topic. Four, 4 marks each question. 4 marks for each right attempt. If you will attempt it right, it is 4. If you attempt it wrong, it is 0. Okay? Fine, Noel, Suchit? Understood? Yes, Pranita. Just now I discussed. Okay. Coming back to the structure of flower was clear. We had the non-essential part. What were the non-essential part which are not directly required in reproduction? That is calyx as well as corolla. Correct? Calyx as well as corolla. Now, the portions which were essential. The essential portions were androecium and gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium. Yes, what is your doubt, question? Please text. Tell me what is your doubt. Yes, what is your doubt? Quickly, quickly. Ma'am, which topics are there in exam? Beta, from the starting, plant reproduction from starting up till today, whatever we will learn, that is the syllabus in your exam. Okay? If you don't attempt any question, no problem. It will be 0 only, nothing else. Okay. Get back to the structure of flower. So structure of flower, calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium done. Now androecium and gynoecium are what? Male and female reproductive parts. Now according to this, based on this, we have divided flowers also into kinds. That is unisexual and bisexual. Unisexual means something which is dioecious. Okay. That is having what? The separate reproductive organs in different flowers. So, for example, if there is one flower, that one flower will have what? The one flower will have one male reproductive organ either or the female reproductive organ. Correct? So, that is something which is unisexual. What is bisexual? Bisexual means both the gametes are there into one flower. So, that is something which is what? Bisexual means something which is monoecious. Correct? Do you remember? Do you remember? You will get your results in the group. Okay. We will discuss. After our class of 2 3 minutes, I will brief you for the exam. Don't worry. Okay, it will be there. It is easy. Don't worry with that part. Okay. Yes. Okay. How does a pollen grain which has no legs, no brain, know where the ovule is inside the ovary? Oh, who asked this question? Yes, just one. I will tell you how does it happens, okay? I will tell you in the class only, today's class only, I will tell you why do some plants need pollination even though they already have both male and female gametes. See, these are two very good questions. I will explain you this. Wait for 5 10 minutes. Just 5 10 minutes. I will explain. Okay? Okay, fine.
Just once you have to wait. Okay. Okay. Fine. Whatever is your doubt, please message in the text box. Now, pollination. Pollination means something which is getting transfer from male reproductive organ, that is from stamen to pistil. What is that which is getting transfer? Pollen grains. Okay. Pollen grains get transfer from the male reproductive organ to the female reproductive organ and they reach to pistil. Which part of the pistil? They will reach to stigma. So transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma is known as pollination. Is known as pollination. Right, everyone? Right, everyone? See, as pollination is defined as transfer of pollen from male part of the flower to the female part of the flower, usually the flower on other plant. See, usually the flower on the another plant, because if it is same flower, then there will not be any pollination. They don't need pollination. It will be directly done because they are in the same flower. Okay. But if it is a different flower, if it is a different plant, then you need something which is known as pollination. Okay. Fine, everyone. Right. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Okay, fine. So some species of plant will self-pollinate. Self-pollinate means the pollen is transferred to the stigma of the same flower. See, I will tell you with the line diagram, assuming this is the flower or a plant. Okay. This is also a plant. This is also a plant. So this is something which is a flower. Okay. Okay, so there are two, three flowers which are there. Okay, two, three plants which are there. Now in this plant, this flower, this flower has both male and female reproductive organs. They have both male and female reproductive organs. Since they have both male and female reproductive organs, what does anther will do? This is anther and this is our ovule. So they will just transfer within themselves. Okay, so this is something which is self-pollination. Now, from this flower, the pollen grains are coming to this part or to this part. Okay, so is this a cross-pollination or self? Tell me. This is B condition. Okay, this part is B. This is A condition. And now we have the C condition. This is C condition. Tell me, A is self-pollinator. Yes, all pollen grains are male gametes only. See, it depends how many ovaries are there into the ovary. It can be one, it can be two, it can be many. Different types of ovaries. Okay, 300 marks. 300 marks. Yes, my name is Dr. Gunjan only. Yes, I am a doctor. Fine. Okay. So tell me, which condition is self-pollination, which condition is cross-pollination? Self-pollination means within the same plant, not the same flower, but the same plant. So if I say the same plant, that means there is one flower. In that flower, if the pollination is happening, that is also self. But there are two flowers of the same plant. That is also self-pollination. That is also self-pollination, right? So the two conditions are self-pollination. See. See, the interchange of genetic material are characteristics of sexual reproduction which increase the diversity in the population because there are two organisms they are involved. If two organisms are involved and they are fusing, that means one will have one characteristic, another will have a different characteristic and they will merge. So there might be a third characteristics or some variations of the characteristics. So it might be there. Okay. So understood this point. Now flowers provide a clear advantage to flowering plants, allowing them to reproduce sexually. Obviously, because flowers have male and female reproductive system, since they have a male reproductive system, then in that case, what will happen? They won't reproduce sexually, right? But they are reproducing sexually because they have what? Because they have male and female reproductive parts, right? This is one of the reasons why flowering plants are so successful and are dominant group of plants in most terrestrial ecosystem. See, why they are writing every time flowering plants? Because there are some non-flowering plants also that also exist on earth, okay? Some plants are there, those who doesn't have flowers. Since they don't have flowers, they don't reproduce sexually. They will reproduce with the help of vegetative propagation. Okay. So that is different. That's why they are again and again writing that flowering plants, flowering plants, flowering plants, right? Like that. Okay. Yes, Rivans, I will explain again self-pollination in the next slide. It will come. Okay. So wait up till then. Okay. If there is no pollination in the flower, what will happen? See, if there is no pollination in the flowering plant, then it is a problem for their species. But if there is no pollination in the non-flowering plant, because non-flowering plant doesn't bear flowers, okay, like ferns are there. So in that case, there is no problem. It will anyways reproduce with the vegetative propagation, okay. Okay, everyone, fine. How can we identify petals and sepals in the bougainvillea flower? Okay, that is also a different question. I will give you the practical in the tomorrow's class. Okay, don't worry for that part. Okay, fine. Let's move further. Okay, in some plants like pine trees, the pollen are transported by water or by wind. Okay, fine. So in this case, if they are transferring, see, pollen needs to get transferred with the help of water, with the help of air, with the help of animals, or with the help of humans, or with the help of insects, anything. But they have to transfer. They don't have their legs, right? See, one person asked me in today's class that there is no brain with the ovules, with the ovaries, with the pollen grains. They don't have legs also. How they are moving? So for your answer, first part of your answer is they are moving with the help of wind. They are moving with the help of water. They are moving with the help of animals. If some animals come, they graze, they eat something. Now the pollen grains got stick over their mouth or something. Now they are moving to the different plant or the flower. It might fell there. Okay, it might fall there. Other than that, whatever is next probability, there is some insect, there is some butterfly, some honeybee. From flower to flower, they are moving. Flower to flower, they are moving. Now, what is there? These pollen grains also have some sticky nature. Okay, so what does they will do? They will stick to their legs, to their wings. Okay, and then later on, they might shed off themselves to the different plant. Why? Because stigma is also sticky in nature. So when then there are two sticky things, they will automatically what? They will automatically fuse. Okay? They will automatically fuse. Right? Yes, they are transported by nature. Yes, Satya Pranav. You have doubted the cross pollination. Ask, please. Yes, they are pollen grains only. Now see, those who have to travel through wind, for example, what they need? They need some light weight so that the wind can flew it away. Okay. If they have to travel through water, for example, there are pollen grains, those who have to travel through water. Then what should they have? They should have some kind of wings appearance or some kind of structure which can float, if they have to pollinate through insects, then they should have some sticky nature so that they can stick to their mouth, stick to their wings, stick to their legs, okay, like that. So this is how they get transferred. Okay, this is how they get transferred. Okay, so I think that is the answer for one question, right? Right? Okay. Fine. Flowering plants have evolved in innovative strategy where they enlist the help of animals to transfer the pollen to the female parts. Okay, so they are getting transfer from the male reproductive part to the female reproductive part with the help of some animals. Okay, transfer the pollen to the female part. The plant will likely to have to produce another substances like nectar and attract pollinators. How do they attract pollinators? Pollinators get attract with the colorful petals. So that's why, in spite of being non-essential, they are still required. See, non-essential because they are not contributing in reproduction directly, but indirectly they are supporting, because if they are not colorful, no insect will come. Okay, nobody will come and graze them, nobody will come and eat them, nobody will come in for their nectar. Okay, so because to attract the pollinators, they are colorful, and these colorful, being colorful, credit goes to pet, which is a non-essential part. Okay, that's what we have learned. Okay, right, right. I didn't explain only how pollens are produced. Okay, that is also a different topic. I didn't explain. I just told in anther there are some pollen grains which are present. So these pollen grains are the male gamete. I never told that how it is produced. We never discussed that part. Okay. Fine. The insects are the most famous. Look, you all have to focus that insects are the most famous pollinators, most prime pollinators. Bees and butterflies are the most common, what? Most common pollinator. Okay. However, some plant species are pollinated by birds, bats, and even by lizards. Okay. So there are different names for different agents. Okay. Agents means someone who just provide the information. Like agents are there in raw. Okay. Agents are there in some companies also. Agents are there in some controversial things also. So there are agents. So agents work is to what? Provide information from here to there. Okay, to provide some object, some thing belonging from one place to the another. That is agent. Okay, that is agent. Okay, there are some online applications also where we have delivery partners, delivery agents. So that are also agents. They are just like a mechanism or the mediators in between. Okay, so here also these are the agents. They are not doing anything. They doesn't have to do anything. Why bats are required? Why birds are required in pollination? Just to transfer, because pollen grains doesn't have their legs. Okay, that's what one person asked me in the starting of the class. Okay, fine. Now types of pollination. First, let us complete the agent of pollination agents. Then we will come to this part. Okay. Okay. Agencies of pollination. Transfer of pollen from one flower to the another is achieved by wind, water, animals, insects and birds. And there are different names which are given to them. So what are the different names? If you can see, the agency of pollination have abiotic. Abiotic means something which is non-living. Something which is non-living. And we have biotic, that means something which is living. So non-living, water and wind. These are non-living. What are the scientific names for them? What are the scientific names for them? Hydro. Hydro means water. So hydrophily. Hydrophily. So whenever the pollen grains are getting transferred with the help of water, then the process or the agents are known as hydrophily. Okay. Now with the wind. Wind means air. Air. So anemophily. Okay. Anemophily. Okay. Now biotic means what? Living organism only. And in this living organism, we have animals. Animals lives in zoo. So that's why zoophily. That's why zoophily. The name is given as zoophily. Okay. I will explain this part. Who asked Varshit? Varshit, I will get back to your question. You have to wait. Okay. You have to wait. There are other messages also. Okay. Are pollen grains? Yes, pollen grains are male gamete only, Tanishka. Yes, it will come in your exam. Why don't all plants self-pollinate? I will explain it to you that why some plants doesn't get self-pollinate. Some plants have the female and the male part in their flower only. Then why does they prefer cross-pollination? I will explain you this part also. You have to wait. Okay. First, let us complete the agents, then we will go back to the types of pollination so you can understand better. Okay. Insects, birds, snails, and bats. Now the names are given for insects. It is entomophily. It is entomophily. When it comes to bird, it is ornithophily. It is ornithophily. Entomophily, ornithophily. I hope you can see the terms. Entomophily. That is for insects. For birds, it is ornithophily. Then we have snails. For snails, it is malacophily. And for bats, it is chirapterophily. So, antipophily, ornithophily, malcophily, chirapterophily, these are something which is happening through zoophily. Zoophily is what? The animals. And hydrophily and anemophily is what? Something from the water and air. So, these are different types of agents of the pollinator. Okay, fine. Yes, types of pollination. I'm coming back to that part. Okay, water, wind. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, good, Mithun. You understood. Very good. What is this 26, 24, 25? Kartik, what are these numbers for? Ujjwal. What it is important? I didn't understood for which part you are asking is important, Ujjwal. Okay. Ma'am, if cross pollination increases genetic diversity, why do some plants still depend on self pollination? Doesn't that reduce their chances of survival? Yes, definitely it reduces their chances of survival. But when we don't have option, what they can do? They have to self pollinate. No, that is a part, that is a stage of their life cycle. So if they doesn't have the opportunity to cross pollinate, what does they do? They have to self pollinate themselves. Okay. Okay, fine. Viharaji, what will happen when a flower doesn't have pollen grains? I will explain it to you. What will happen if the flower doesn't have what? If they doesn't have pollen grains. See, if they doesn't have pollen grains only, that means that flower, they don't have flowers only, right? Either they are having a female reproductive system, so cross pollination will be there. That would be one chance because they don't have male reproductive part. Okay, that is one thing. They are unisex with. Another possibility, they don't have flowers only. Since they don't have flowers, they have ferns. If they have ferns, they are someone who has gymnosperms or bryophytes, mean different category of plants. So they don't have flowers only. So they will reproduce with another method, that is vegetative propagation. Okay, fine. Okay, so agents of pollination done. Now coming back to the types of pollination, I will explain it to you. Types of pollination. See, the types of pollination, you need to understand that there are two types on a broader aspect: self pollination and cross pollination. So there are two types: self and cross. Now in cross, there can be one chance. That is, there is one flower, one plant, and this is another plant. So what is happening? From one flower to the another flower, the pollen grain is getting transferred. From plant A to plant B, the pollination is happening. That is xenophily. That is xenogamy. That is xenogamy. Okay, this is a type of cross pollination. When I speak for self pollination, there can be two things in self pollination. In self pollination, there is one flower. Okay, so there is what? There is one plant. There is one plant. Now this one plant, what it is doing? This one plant Either in the same flower, either in the same flower, they are getting pollination. They are getting the pollination. That could be one thing. That could be one thing. The another thing, from one flower to the another flower of the same plant, they are pollinating. So this A case is known as orthogamy. A case is known as orthogamy. Whereas this case, this B case, when they have same plant but different flowers, they have same plant but different flowers, so it is known as geitonogamy. Geitonogamy. So, autogamy, geitonogamy, and xenogamy. So, there are three types of pollination which can happen, in which two types of self-pollination. Self-pollination, one type is there is one flower, in that one flower everything is happening. So, that is autogamy. There are two flowers, but the plant is same. So, that is also self-pollination. So, in that case, what is happening? In that case, it is geitonogamy which is happening. Okay? This is geitonogamy which is happening. Uh, Okay, Agastya, happy birthday to you. Right. Yes, names of the agents of pollination, they are important, beta. Ujjwal, yes, they are important. Autogamy is a hard word. Okay. Auto. Auto means autotrophic nutrition, you all know, right? So, auto means self. Pollination. Pollination means gamete. Okay. Pollination means gamete. So, autogamy. Autogamy means itself. Geitonogamy. Geitonogamy means something with a different flower, and xenogamy. Xenogamy means something which is on the different plant or the different two bodies. Okay. Yes. Little bit of revision, beta, you require. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mithun. Okay. 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 Fine. Fine, everyone. Is it clear? Up to here. Up to here. It is clear by everyone. Yes. Yes. Sanhit. Rishikesh. Okay, everyone. Is it clear up till here? Now, can I assume that you all understood about pollination, self-pollination, cross-pollination, self-pollination, autogamy, geitonogamy, and is cross-pollination, xenogamy. Also, you understood about the agents of the pollinator. There are living and non-living. Non-living means abiotic. Okay, living means biotic. So, abiotic are water and wind, and biotic are bats, birds, insects. Okay. So they are what? They are someone, snails. They are what? They are living. Okay. Yes, you all understood up till here? Okay, good. So let us read. Let us quickly read and finish it up. Okay, self-pollination. It is a process of transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of either same or genetically similar flower. Genetically similar flower means flower of the same plant. So here there are two different flowers. Two different flowers, but same plant. And here they are telling about same plant. Both will come under, both will come under self-pollination. This you have to remember, they will ask you multiple questions related to this. Okay, it is further divided into two types. Now the two types, autogamy and geitonogamy. This also you all learned. This also you all learned by now. Okay, it is a type of self-pollination in which the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma of same flower, of the same flower. Now the next one is in which the pollen grains are transferred from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower. So two flowers are involved. Two flowers involved. But still it is the self-pollination because the plant is same. Because the plant is same. Okay, everyone? Yes, Rishika? Okay, Sanvi? Okay, fine, fine. Everybody understood? Good. Fine. The examples you have to focus. So examples For them are wheat, rice, and pea. Okay. Now, cross-pollination is defined as the position of pollen grains from a flower to the stigma of another plant. It is another plant basically, another plant. Commonly, the process is done by insects and wind. Okay, by insects. By insects, the process takes place in several plants like strawberries, grapes, raspberries, tulips, apple, plums. See, there was one line. Then the major pollinators are insects. Now you understand why? Because many of the plants, the pollinators are insects only. Okay, pollinators are insects only. Okay, pollination by wind is observed in grasses, maple trees, dandelions. Why? Because they have lighter weight of what? Pollen grains. If they are light, then only wind can flew it away now. If they are sticky in nature, obviously insect will stick to them. So according to the characteristics of the pollen grain, they are getting transferred. If they are living near the seashores, if they are living near the means they have the adaptation near the aquatic environment, not in the aquatic, but near the aquatic. Obviously, they will have something with the flat surface so that they can float easily. Correct. So these are some characteristics of the different plants. Fine. See, beautiful diagram for the cross and self pollination. This is self pollination. Self from one flower to the another flower to the same flower. Self from the one flower to the another flower, but of the same plant. Self. A, B, C. Tell me quickly what type of pollination is happening in A? What type of pollination is happening in B? And what type of pollination is happening in C? Tell me. Quickly, I need answers. I need answer. A is autogamy. Very good, Noel. Yes. A is autogamy. What next? What next? B. A is autogamy. Yes. Yes, Ishwar. What else? Yes, I know about A. Tell me about B now. Mahit. B is gynogamy. Okay, very good. Very good, everyone. Very good. Yes. Self-pollination is there, but what kind of self-pollination? Not gypnogamy, it's gypnogamy. Yes, Janvi. C is xenogamy. True one. Cross-pollination. Yes. Yes. These two are self-pollination. This is cross-pollination. This is known as xenogamy. This is known as autogamy. This is known as gynogamy. Okay? Okay, everyone? Okay? Fine. Understood. After clear. So this agency of pollination was all clear. Now, the question. One person asked me the question. One person asked me the question that why, if the plant has the flower and the flower is having the male and the female reproductive parts together, why they are doing cross pollination? Why they are doing because the maturation time is different. In plants, maybe the stamens are getting maturated early, but the female reproductive system is yet to develop. So that pollen grains will be taken away here and there by the pollinators. That could be one reason. Or maybe the pollen grains are there, but the height is not matching. Height means, I tell you, this is the stamen, this is the part of female reproductive system, and the anthers are like this. So they are not reaching to the female reproductive part. So by that time, if there is water, if there is wind, and they are flew away, they went because they don't have brain. Their flower also they have the female reproductive system. They might go away, and luckily, if they might stick here only, that is self-pollination. So that's why there are not 100% chances that there will be self-pollination. Okay, that could be one reason. That could be one reason. Height. Another thing is maturation. Maybe they mature quickly. They still take time to mature. They don't have yet a proper ovule. They don't have yet a proper embryo sac. Okay, maturation is different. So in that case also you cannot do self-pollination. Na? Acha. How self-pollination is happening? Now the next question. Because the buds are close. The flower buds are close. They didn't open. They have what? They have here only the female reproductive part and the male reproductive part. And the buds are closed. Petals are closed. They choose to be closed. So now if they are closed, any pollinator can come to them? No. So if they have the male and female reproductive part, but still the petals are not open, they cannot move out. So in that case, there will be self-pollination. This is how there is a difference. Why they choose self-pollination, why they don't choose self-pollination. They have all the things themselves, but still they are choosing cross-pollination. So these all things depend. Now I hope everybody is clear with this doubt. Especially who asked me? Varshit. I think Varshit asked. Varshit, I need your affirmation for this thing. You understood or not? You understood or not? Yes. Varshit. Waiting for your reply. Since he asked this question, I believe. Or who else asked? Somebody asked, no? Somebody asked. Text me again. Can self-pollination and cross-pollination happen through one flower as they happen? Yes, yes, it can happen. It can happen. Yes, Tanvi. Yes. What is xenogamy? What is xenogamy? Someone is asking again. So xenogamy is nothing. Xenogamy is cross-pollination. From one flower to the another flower, the pollination is happening. That is xenogamy. That is xenogamy. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now let us move to the questions. Let us move to the questions. Okay, quickly. Fine. Shruti planted many plants belonging to the separate species X and Y in her garden. She watered them regularly and took proper care of them. Plants of both species are flowered, means they have the flowers. Okay. After some time, Shruti noticed that only plant belonging to X species gave fruit. That means it got fertilized. Whereas fruit setting was absent in plants of Y species. Why? Now your answer. One more question. Ask me a question. X and Y. So in Y, if they are male, if they are male flowers, all are male flowers. Okay. And if X is having female, so with the cross pollination, it will get fertilized. So there will be fruit. There will be fruit in X plant, but in Y plant there won't be any fruit. There won't be any fruit. Okay. So in that case, Y will not get any fruits. So that is the answer for your question. If there is a male part which is present, but not the female part, they won't bear the fruits now. They won't bear the fruits. Who will bear the fruits? Fruits are formed in the ovary, correct? So that could be a reason. So then the answer is yes. Then the answer is C. Plants of species Y present in Shruti's garden are dioecious. Dioecious male plant means a unisexual plant. Since it is unisexual, what it cannot do? It cannot produce flowers, okay, fruits. Okay, good. Everyone. Next question. The process of transfer of pollination, correct only? Now the next is which type of pollination occurs when the pollen transfer from one flower to another of same species. Same species they said. Same species they said. Tell me. The answer is cross pollination. See, I tell you why. They never mentioned same plant. They told same species. But from one flower to another flower it is happening. So obviously you will go with the cross pollination as your answer. Now, which of the following is the characteristics of the self pollination? Self pollination involves the transfer of pollen between two different plants. No, that is cross pollination. It occurs in the same flower or between same flower or same plant. Yes, that could be a reason. It results in genetic diversity. No. Why? Because genes are not different. No. It requires pollinators. No, they don't require pollinators because they are self. They are self. So the answer is B. Correct. Good, everyone. Good. Next, in cross pollination, pollen is transferred from the anther to the stigma by which of the agent? You tell me by which of the agent? Did it get transferred with all the agent we learned? Tell me the names of the agent. Antimophilie, water, hydrophily, wind, anemophily. So all are there, no? So all. D. Sure. Okay. Okay. Yes, still we have 5 minutes. Those who are taking the time up, they have 5 minutes. I have the timer. Okay. Don't worry. Fine. Which of the following parts of a flower helps in attracting pollinators? Tell me. Which of the plant parts will attract petals? Yes. Good, 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 everyone. Petals. So, B. Fine. B. Okay. Next. What is the main advantage of cross pollination? Cross pollination, it leads to genetic diversity. Yeah, that would be right. It does not require wind. How it is possible without wind and animals? It ensures seed production even in isolated conditions. No, it cannot be there. Isolated means they are living all their own. Only one plant in that room or in that area. And they have what? They have only female part or the male part. How does they do? They cannot. No. It preserves the exact parent material. No. Because it is a cross pollination, it is variety. Since it is variety, that means they are diverse. So A is your answer. Okay. Moving further, which of the following is the characteristics of wind pollinated flowers? Wind pollinated. Wind. With the wind they are going. If the wind is there, that means they have to produce in large amount because wind will take them here, wind will take them there. So it will land to the flower or not, that is also a question. Okay, so that's why B. Okay, that's why B. Now, which of these is the characteristics of insect pollinated? Insect. See, they are insects. They need to get attraction. Okay. So, brightly colored stuff. Okay. If they are brightly colored, what will happen? They will get attracted by insects and they can do pollination. Right. Which of the following is example of water pollination? Water pollination example. Water pollination example. Lilies. Why? Because this is only living in water. No. This is only living in water. So it can be done by the water only. Okay. Right. Right, everyone? Okay. So up till here it is clear. Is it clear by everyone? Okay. Okay. Any other doubt? Please post it into the chat box quickly. Yes. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Fine, everyone. Fine, everyone. Okay. Fine. Bye, everyone. Best of luck for your exams. You have to write well, okay, in your exams. You have to study well for that part. Okay. Yes, about the exam, nothing I discussed only now. That it will be of 2 hours. You will get 15 questions from biology, 15 from physics, 15 from chemistry, 20 from mathematics. It will be one question, 4 marks. You will get the website or something, some kind of link will be given to you all with the timer. So you have to attempt. Okay. Okay. Right. Yes, Ishwar, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Bye, 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 beta. Bye. Date of exam is Saturday, 25th. What if we want to grow a plant without other plants? You can grow vegetative propagation. How do you plant roses in your house? With the vegetative propagation only, right? You can grow. Few plants favor that thing. 300 marks, beta. 300 marks. Vikrant. 300 marks. When this online class will get over? It is over. You can leave. Okay, everyone. Fine. Okay. Thank you, everyone.